Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Lopez and today I'm showing you a little about what action research is. Okay, action research is a methodological approach which the researchers actively participate in the studied context, trying to understand and analyze data while contributing to improve. This type of research is very common on social science and community environments because it combines practice with investigation, and its main objective is study a specific context, example in a school or in a community, whatever. Okay, this kind of research is composed by four stages or four steps. The first step is planning, second step is action, third step is observation, and fourth is reflection. That is planning. Planning is the stage in which you can identify the problem or situation to improve. In that, we collect the initial information and design properly action of our strategies. And the key question here is, what do we want to change and how? Action is when we implement the plan strategy and the other participants develop them. Stage is the direct interventions. Okay? Third, observation. In this stage we collect data about what is happening during the intervention. We analyze the effects, progress, and difficulties. We can make field journey, take notes, interviewing, and trying to follow that result. And the last one is reflection. In reflection, obviously, we evaluate the outcomes related with goals. Reflect on what worked, what didn't, and why. And this leads to new planning, starting the cycle again. In few words, action research is a cyclical and spiral process because in the last stage there is reflection. We can start again the process. We need to analyze first, act, observe, and reflect. There are many advantages with this type of research. For example, active participation. All the participants are involved in this process and can participate. It fosters commitment and ownership. Also, the constant feedback allowed to make the important adjustment because the reflection allows to make another adjustments in that process. Practical relevance because the practice goes beyond the theory, and solutions are applicable in another context, in real context. But we have with this kind of research empowerment, and because it promotes autonomy and critical thinking of all participants, and flexibility because it adapts to different contexts, problems, and disciplines. But it's not the case everywhere. Fortunately, we have some disadvantages. For example, subjectivity in this type of research may be compromised because this type of research is very common in a specific context. Time and resource. Time require repeated cycles, and it require of time. Limited generalizability. Findings are often context specific and methodological complex. There is no universal agreement on how to structure and validate this process. And the last one is risk change. Participants may be reluctant to modify the common practices, and many of them simply abandon the process, and all the exposure must be reformulated. Now I continue with the second reference, and it is how to write a research question. The author and there is who is explaining through a video start answering the question, what is a research question? A research question is the score question that you will answer or try to do it. Also is the key that you try to figure out on your research is the starting point and basis of the investigation. Is the specific point of concentration or focus. Therefore, it must be clarified because it's commonly confused between research aim and research question. Research aim is a broader statement aligning what you intend to achieve in your study, but research question is another question that is the focus or the point of concentration of your investigation. In few words, it establishes a focus in your investigation. Question has four characteristics. The first one is that focus, and as the question is the focus, the research question must be clear and specific and not too much broad or vague. For example, instead of the question how do students learn is a best option. What is the impact of using podcasts on English learning among 9th grade students? Okay, a research question is feasible. Question must be answerable. In few words, it must be current. You can do it. You can make ambition question that is impossible to answer. Okay, the question must be grounded in theory, measurable, and aligned with the context. But also, research question is rooted. And what is rooted? It is based on theory and identify research gap. It is, in few words, looking for the topics or theory that are not included in previous investigations. And the last one is aligned. The research question must be connected with the literature review and with overall research goals. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.